creatures of the night. It's your girl Tati. Let's talk about Ring of Honor. We are on episode 102. Will somebody let Ring of Honor know that we are on 100 in episode 2, not 101, like they've been posting for the past 2 weeks? This was actually a pretty good show. In terms of just watching wrestling, I think all the matches had great vibes. One thing I'm very excited about didn't even happen this week. It is going to be next week. They're going to have an episode of Ring of Honor, which had been taped on the Jericho Cruise. So I've been enjoying these venues that AEW has been having as of late, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, a show filmed on the cruise. I cannot wait to see how that goes. Tonight, we had no classic matches, and honestly, I think the show was just so much better without the classic matches. It just flowed without having to have a classic match to just be thrown in the middle of a brand new show. I think it just felt so much better. Even though the show was an hour and 15 minutes, I think it was just better this way. We started off with Blake Christian. Oh, Lord, Blake. Oh, he's my type of heel. I love it. Love it. He went against Adam Priest. Adam Priest has been getting some TV time as of late. And man, they had a really great match. I thought it was going to be more of a squash, which Adam has been having on the TV matches that he's been having. But you know what? Ring of Honor, we got a little bit of time. So we gave him some time with Blake Christian. And I thought that they did a really great job during that match. And obviously, Blake being a douchey heel, everybody is booing him. And they're really taking a liking to Adam Priest. So Tony Khan, maybe we can get a contract for either one of these guys or even both. I'm cool with. I would love to see both of these guys featured much more on the show. Blake has had somewhat of a winning streak as of late, so he ends up taking this win, and he ends up doing this 450 double stomp onto Adam. And honestly, I can't think that I've actually seen that before. And I was just like, holy shit, are you trying to take my heart? Are you trying to take my heart? Because it's working, absolutely working. I love that move. I thought it was really, really great. And I just want to see more of these guys. Now, I do feel like this is probably going to Blake Christian having somewhat of a winning streak. And then at some point going to challenge Commander for the TV title. For those of you who don't know, it was Blake Christian and Commander who were the last two guys standing at the Survival of the Fittest match for the TV title back in December at Final Battle pay-per-view. It would be great to see these two run it back, but this time just a singles match with these two and see who ends up winning the title. That would be really, really great. So congrats to Blake for the win, and congrats to Adam Pearce, who is getting some much needed TV time. Up next, we had tag team action. We have Griff Garrison teaming up with Preston Vance. Lord have mercy, Preston Vance have missed a day at gym. They went against, I'm not going to lie, I don't remember the name of this team that they went against. However, this was a great tag team match. Look, all the matches on here, everything had a great vibe, okay? Not much stories going on or whatever, but still, matches had a great vibe. We're looking for a show to watch some matches and just enjoy some wrestling. I think this was a good episode. Now, I would say this. Cole Carter came out there to be ringside with Griff Garrison and Preston. And then at some point of the match, Jack Jameson also came out there to be ringside as well. I thought that Griff and Preston had a great chemistry. They have teamed before a few times in the past, and I thought it was great. Griff Garrison has lost some momentum, unfortunately, from not having TV time. But that's okay. This group might end up helping. Griff and Preston ends up taking the win. And it looks like it's a beneficial where these guys are officially in a group. We do have Preston, Griff, and Cole Carter, who seem to already have something going on maybe. And then we had Jack Jameson, who wants to be part of their group, and they should be like this fraternity or some shit. And after the match, all four of these guys were standing tall in the ring, and I was like, okay, we got a little something going on here. Now, in terms of just looking at these guys, I think that they look great together as a team. How would they be together as a team? I'm not sure, but I will say this. Unfortunately, we have an issue here where the six-man tag championships are just sitting on the Von Erich's dinner table again for like how many months now, and we haven't been able to see anything with this division at all. And I think it's fucking criminal, unfortunately. So, having these factions, these wrestlers coming together to form these groups, but no titles for them to go after. Honestly, I'm not feeling that at all. After this, backstage, we have our minion overlord, Athena, with Billy Starks. We were talking about Athena's accomplishments over in Japan. Now she's back from her world tour. And then Billy Starks is like, hey, we got to get ready for our tag team match tonight. And then Athena's like, girl, I canceled that tag team match because you ain't ready. And I need you to sit ringside and watch me show you how to get it done in the ring. And I'm just like, okay, I'm feeling it. Our girl is back into singles action in Ring of Honor. However, I have to say, honestly, I really don't know why Athena and Billy Starks are still friends. No clue. Don't know where this is going. And honestly, I'm a little over it. After this, we have Lee Johnson in singles action against John Davis. We do have EJ Nduka, who looks good ringside. And Lee Johnson, I'm liking it. I'm liking every time I see him even more. And I'm not being biased because he's a heel now, and I prefer people being heels. I think really you're seeing the personality, you're seeing the aggressiveness in the ring versus before he turned heel. It was very, it was not giving anything other than he's a good wrestler. I don't know. One of those situations where it's just like, we got to do something, bring more out of him, because this guy have a potential of not just being a really great wrestler, but being a star. And I do feel like he is definitely looking more of a star now that he is heel. This was a really great singles match up. And I have to say, while EJ is great to look at, I don't feel like we needed any interference here. We do have Lee Johnson, who's going to be going against Commander really soon, since he won the Proving Grounds match for the TV title. And honestly, I just feel like because they're healed, they don't have to be cheating all the time or having their friends ringside and taking care of business to help them win the match. So for me, while this was great, I didn't care for the interference from EJ. However, Lee Johnson ends up taking the win. I'm just hoping that when Lee Johnson ends up having his match with Commander, that there won't be any interference. I just want to see these two guys go out there, have a really great match, and whoever wins, wins. And honestly, if Lee Johnson wins, I ain't mad at it at all. After this, we have a Proving Grounds match for for an opportunity to go against Athena for the women's title. We have Carolina Cruz going against our minion Overlord, and Billy Starks is sitting on a chair ringside so that she can see how to get it done, apparently, like Athena says. I'm happy our girl is back in Ring of Honor. She's done really well in Japan. I wish that they would have at least featured one of those matches on one of these episodes of Ring of Honor. Unfortunately, I don't know if anybody even thought about doing that, but I think that would have been a really cool thing if they would have did that. Now, here we have, two really great girls. Carolina, she's great. I did like what I saw from her, but it wasn't much because obviously Athena had to make this quick. We have other things to do. She ends up winning, so Carolina does not get a title shot in the future. However, she got an ass whooping after the match. And we have Athena, who's also trying to encourage Billy Starks to get in on the beatdown. But Billy Starks just looked like she just doesn't want to have nothing to do with this. And then that makes Athena even more mad. And Athena beats on her even more. So then the referee ends up keeping these girls away from each other. And, apparently Athena is, I don't know, she's obviously angry about something. And Billy Starks is there and not really doing much to help out. Why are they still friends? Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't want to see them have another match. I don't care what happens. Just no more matches between Athena and Billy Starks. I'm over it. After this, we have a fun matchup with Sammy Guevara, who is doing singles action when he has a tag team title on his waist. And he's going against Mansoor while Mason is sitting pretty ringside cheering on for his friend. Now, I thought this was really, really great. I'm happy to see, even when teams are not teaming with each other, that they can also do singles matches as well. So I was okay with it, but I am getting a little frustrated in terms of these titles pretty much just sitting on people's dinner tables instead of being in the ring and being defended. We do appreciate defending, you hear that, Tony Khan? Defending champions. And either way, Sammy, I thought he did really, really great. Mansoor, I know he's been doing the tag team thing with MXM, but I felt like he looked really great as well. And you also get that comedy out of him. So it was really, really fun. Fun little matchup here. However, Sammy Guevara obviously is a champion, so he got to take this win. And after the win, Mason comes in there, and Mason is looking like he's going to attack Sammy. But Sammy's like, bitch, I'm ready for you. You think you're going to attack me? I don't think so. And while he's focused on Mason, Mansoor ends up attacking Sammy Guevara. They end up hitting their finisher on them, which is called a centerfold. It's so cute. That's a cute name for MXM to have for a finisher. They do that, and then here's Sammy laid out. They take the sunglasses that Mason was wearing and put it on Sammy while he's damn near lifeless on the ground. And they take that one tag team title and put it around both of their waists, symbolizing that, hey, we're going to get our hands on these damn titles. Oh my gosh. So while I didn't care too much about the idea of Sammy coming out there by himself instead of being a tag team action, I'm okay with it because at the end, it looks like we're going to see maybe even a feud, not just a match, but a feud with MXM and Sammy and Dustin, the Sons of Texas. Will we get that? We'll see. Honestly, I kind of just wish that these titles would just change hands at this point. Up next, we had another women's match. You see that, Tony Khan? You see how you had two women's matches on one show? We could do that for Dynamite. We could do that for Collision. Let's get it together, TK. We had for the women's TV title, Red Velvet versus Robyn Renegade. Robyn, I don't know where she's been, but she's back. She's here, and out of the blue, she already has a title opportunity. There's something that's missing here. And I just not a fan of people just going for titles, especially when you've been gone for so long and boom, you got a title opportunity. Where is the chase? Where is the chase for the gold? And unfortunately, we're not just seeing this only on Ring of Honor, but also we're seeing this on AEW TV as well, like with the Guns and the Hurt Syndicate. Already have a title match next week when the Guns, who have been gone for months, are back. Same situation here with Robyn Renegade, but she put on a really great match. Both these girls are heels, and both of them are really aggressive. So you know that Red Velvet had to turn it up a little bit in this match. And I feel like since she's won this title and turned heel, I think she has absolutely looked her best. I think she's performing even better in the ring with that aggressiveness that I've been saying that she's needed for quite some time. And she looks amazing here. Robyn as well, but Robyn, baby, the title ain't going nowhere at this point. And we have our winner, which is Red Velvet. No surprise here. I thought this was a really great match. We need more ladies on the card. After this, we do have our main event. No classic matches, thank goodness. So we do have the Outrunners versus Dark Order, which is Evil Uno and Alex Reynolds, versus the Grizzled Young Veterans, versus the Premier Athletes, which is Ariel Daivari and Tony Nese. Tony Nese, oh my God. This man looks, oh my God. I don't know. I just don't know what gym he's working at. I don't know what food regimen he got going on, but he looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. To be honest with you, this match did not scream main event to me. But, you know, we had all these tag teams here, and it just made me feel like, okay, we do have teams within this company, so that's great. You know, we just don't really have champions to go ahead and put these titles online. Lovely. The match, I thought the first half was a little bit on the slow side for me. Like I said, it didn't scream main event, but towards the middle end, we had this thing where the Outrunners were the target in this match, where we have the Premier Athletes and Grizzled Young Veterans kind of, sort of, maybe coming together to get rid of the Outrunners so it could just be them. Because at some point, for whatever reason, Dark Order was nowhere to be found. Where the hell were they? They were not even in this match for like quite some time. I don't even know what happened, but whatever situation was, the focus was for the heel teams to get the Outrunners the hell up out of here so that they can go, one of these other teams could end up taking the win. And y'all already know it was successful for a little bit, just a little bit. However, the Outrunners, they beat all odds and end up taking the win here. They're doing something to keep Jacksonville happy, obviously, with this little main event. The match was not so bad. I think it did pick up towards like the middle of the match. And, you know, you really see that little sports entertainment that they're trying to do here with the Outrunners in this match. But other than that, I'm watching this and I'm just like, look at these teams. There are teams here and they should be going for titles. And what kind of suck here is that for me, someone who's watching every single episode and pretty much seeing how things are looking, it just seems like, all right, they won this, but they won this and what? Do they get an opportunity to go for the titles? Most likely no. And that would have been nice if, hey, we're doing this match here, this 4-way tag match, and the winner of this gets a chance to go against the champions. And that's not the case, unfortunately. But we'll see what ends up happening at some point. Mark Sterling was over there too. Mark Sterling came on out there. He said he had the papers. He said if anybody says that the Premier Athlete sucks, he's suing. And you know what? He is on his P's and Q's and he had the papers and the pens ready because he's going to sue everybody up in that building. I love Mark Sterling. Now, episode not bad. You're looking for a little wrestling to watch on a Thursday night. Go ahead and check out this episode. I can't wait for the next episode to see how things play out with them filming at the Jericho Cruise. I hope it's going to be a really good show. You guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I will be back to, well, no, not tomorrow. I was going to say Rampage. Oh my God. I will be back Saturday with a watch along and a review on Collision. I'll see you guys then.